everybody, welcome in this video. I'm going to create the switch base, and you can see we've got a lot of parts created already. Kind of proud of us. We're moving right along. So I did that chess piece just to kind of goof around. Turned out kind of neat. Anyway, I'm digressing. So I'm going to do the switch base. I'm going to go to new. I'm going to go to my standard English templates. I'm going to hit the create button. I'm going to start my 2D sketch on the XY plane. And first I'm going to create that back, what do you want to call it? Figure, the back solid piece. And I'm going to start with a rectangle, 2-point center. I'm going to click the center dot, drag it out. So that back piece has a width of 7 tab, and then the height of that back piece is 3.25 tab. Press enter. Zoom out a little bit. So there's that. I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this symmetrically in both directions by 1 is the thickness. So that's already set for 1. I'm going to hit OK here. Then I'm going to just start doing what looks easy to me. So the first thing that looks easy to do is the fillet on this back corner. That is 1, has a radius of 1. I'm going to select this back edge, round that off, hit apply, and then there's 2 circles on this face here, so I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this front face. I'm just going to draw 2 random circles here. Uno, dos. I'm going to dimension this one, the center of this to the bottom. That is 1 inch, and then the center of this one to the center of this one is 1.5, and then the center of this one to this edge here is 1. Kind of close. Then the diameter of this one is, or actually the diameter of both of those is 0.75. 0.75. I'm going to click the equal constraint. I'm going to select this first, this circle, and then this one. So now they're both the same diameter. And then to line this one up in line with that one, I'm going to click on this horizontal constraint. Select the center point here of this one first, and then this one second. I don't think it really matters because I have this dimension, so that one's going to move to there. Anyway, so click that one, and they're both lined up. And then I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude both of these circles. I'm going to cut and then all the way through. Okay, so that's the easy part on there. So the challenging part, I think, is going to be these kind of cutting out this void shape here. So to do that, I'm going to start my sketch on this plane here. And then I'm just going to sketch out what I know. So I'm going to project geometry. I'm going to project this top line and the right side line here. I'm going to draw a line kind of from here, just randomly down a little bit, straight down and over to the right, straight over to the right. I'm going to dimension, let's see what I know. So from here to here, that is 1.25. And then from here to this line is 4. So that's what I know so far. And then I know there's a radius here of 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of draw a circle up here. Circle center point. So I know it has a radius of 1. So I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to say it has a diameter of 2. Like so. And then I'm going to, I know that the quadrant of the circle is in line with this line over here on the left. And then I know that the top of that circle, or not the top, the center of that circle is going to be in line with the top of my object here. So I'm going to use a couple of the, I'm going to use the quadrant, or the tangent constraint. And I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to click on the side of the circle here. And those are lined up. Then I'm going to use the horizontal constraint. So I'm going to click on this line here. Wait till I'm going to click on this line. Wait, that one's already lined up, isn't it? So what I could do, what I could do, I'm going to use the coincident constraint here. I'm going to click on this line. I'm going to click on the center dot, and that moves it down. So that's one part. And then there's another, it says, and there's another radius that's 5. So I'm going to make another circle. And so if my radius is 5, my diameter is going to be 10. And now it's a huge circle. So let me kind of move this over a little bit. So I know that, what do I know? I know that the tangent of the quadrant here, this circle and this line is going to be tangent. So then what I need to do is move this over to where this kind of curve here and that curve kind of meet. So it kind of looks kind of something like that. So what I want to do is, I'm just going to move this kind of way off for now. I'm going to use the tangent constraint, and I'm just going to click both circles here. And so that kind of lines those up the way I need. And then I'm just going to trim out the part that I don't need. So I don't need this big old honking circle up here, or that part of the circle. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Let's see, I don't need this or that or that or that part because it's going to curve down straight. I don't need this piece. I think I got everything. That's kind of what we're left with. So I'm going to hit the finish sketch. I'm going to extrude, cut this all the way through, hit OK. So there we go. And then also I'm going to fillet this edge here, which is 0.5 for that radius. Click this edge here, boom. So there's that kind of back solid piece. And then all we need to do is just kind of create this one that's kind of sets in front and underneath it. So let's get busy on that. All right, so to create the front part there, I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this face right here. I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to use a 2-point up here. So I'm going to just start this thing on this side, or this line, on this line, and kind of drag it down, or over and down just a little bit below it, like so. And then I need to add some dimensions. So I'm going to dimension this to here. That is 3.5. And then from here down to there, that is 0.75. And then from here to here is 1.75. Like so. And then what do we got? Then what I could do is I could draw this angled line here from here to goes to there actually. And then from dimension from this corner to this edge, that's 2.75. And then I'm just going to trim this piece. Oh, okay, let me get rid of this line here. And then I'm just going to draw a line from here to here, like so. And I think we're good there. I'm going to, wait, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this. I'm going to extrude this asymmetric. So this and this, it's going to come out this side, like towards us. That's going to be 2 inches. And then it's going to go back, and that is 1 inch back the other way, like so. And then I'm going to hit OK there. Then I need to put a hole on top. Start 2D sketch up here. I'm going to rotate it around like that. Just draw a random circle here. I need to dimension the center of that from here to this side is, what is that, 1.25? And then from here, center to the bottom is 1. The diameter of this circle is 0.75. And then I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude, cut all the way through there. And then I just need to kind of angle this edge here off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my sketch on this top face. I'll rotate it around again. I'm going to draw a line from, let's say here, over to the edge. Basically, I'm just making a random triangle here. And now let me dimension my random triangle. So from here back to here, that's 2.25. And then this angle from here to here, it tells me that that's 30. Wasn't too far off. So yeah, that's all I need. So then I can finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude, cut that all the way through so it slices down. And so there's that. I think we've got everything right there. So I'm just going to click on Shade with Edges, click Shadows, Reflections. I'm going to change this to Photo Booth. And for the color, I'm going to just make this smooth, my usual smooth ivory. Click on the home, so kind of got that nice and centered there. And I'm just going to save this. Save it as Switch Base. There we go. So yeah, we're starting to get to some parts that are a little bit more challenging, but we're going to get them. So there we go. All nice and neat there. So make sure you like and subscribe, and then come back for the next video. Take a little break, grab a snack, and come back. All right, peace.